Hello, this is a video response to RPG games or other games that you'd like to see resurrected or remade. First one I'd like to pick is Final Fantasy X. I know it was remade with Final Fantasy X2, but the battle system was absolutely dire. I loved the battle system in this so much. Yes, it was my first RPG, but to this day I still haven't found one better. I'm loving so many. I've got about 20 RPGs at the moment to play, but this one I just felt could have done with a more deserving sequel. I shall put this down before I carry on any more about the game because I love it so much. Second one, maybe not a remake, but Demon Souls. I just would love an easier level in it. It is a really good game. When I first played it, I must have played it for a couple of hours, and then I managed to get all the way to where this dragon was, and he just killed me in one full swoop. So I just haven't had the heart to go back to it since then. I know it's got a reputation for being hard, but it is just such a fantastic game. But it's just too hard for me. So I would just love an easier level to it. Max Payne. Well, this is Max Payne 2, but Max Payne 1 and 2, I thoroughly enjoyed those two games when I had the PlayStation years ago. And I was just thinking, with the next gen graphics we've got now, I think a remake could be really, really good. It had a good story. Although one thing I do say is sometimes you can remake or do sequels and sequels to the games and they can get sour. So, but I think a remake, not exactly a remake, but maybe a sequel to Max Payne would be good. I think this has already been discussed, but I came to this late. I only played this year, and that's Shadow Hearts Convent. The first two Shadow Hearts games I'm really enjoying. I think it's because the battle system's very similar to Final Fantasy X, but I'm really enjoying the games. I bought the first one, gave it about an hour, didn't like it. So I would say next gen system, a Shadow Hearts game in the same vein as 1 or 2 would be brilliant. This has also been mentioned in another one of the videos, Skies of Arcadia. Another great game, only came to this one this year again. Bought it for about £30 on eBay, which was the cheapest I could find a copy for. But again, great RPG. For its time, it must have been absolutely groundbreaking. I could still pick it up now though, play it and enjoy it, which shows it's got the test of time. I will be at some point playing through it, but I've got 1 or 2 other RPGs on the go at the moment, so I shall save that for later. But I think with next gen graphics that could be quite good. Destruction Derby 2. I've enjoyed this one, and I've also got Destruction Derby on the N64. Absolutely brilliant, fantastic racing games. Now, what could you do without on the next gen hardware? They were just so much fun because you were racing, you were smashing out into people, you got points. There were several different ways to win races, and it was just such good fun. I think racing games on next generation hardware have lost that. I don't know whether it's going to ever come about. I haven't read up on it. Resident Evil 5, I do hope they do a Resident Evil 6. I loved this game. I've completed it about 4 times. Gone through it, done some unlocks, gone through it, played it Sheva, done some unlocks. I would like another Resident Evil game in the next vein as this. I'm waiting for the new 3DS one to come out. I bought the Mercenaries, but wasn't too hot on that. Just waiting for the next 3DS one. Also, I've got Chrono Trigger. Now this is the first time I've been able to play this game because I live in the UK and this was the first version to be released in the UK. But I absolutely loved the game, absolutely loved it. This copy is actually sealed because I bought myself a sealed copy because I wanted it. I'm collecting RPGs and this is one I want to collect. I've just managed to buy a copy of Chrono Cross from America, so I'm hoping that comes and I can give that a try. But yeah, Chrono Trigger, I think they could really remake it in next generation graphics. Again, but then again, a lot of people say the retro side of it is what is good. Second to last, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Well, that's Rogue Leader, but you've got Rogue Squadron, you've got all the Star Wars games. Now, the graphics to this one on the GameCube is still ahead of its time, but I absolutely love these games and I can think they can be absolutely fantastic on the next generation hardware. Lastly, I haven't got a box to show you for this game because it's actually stored in the loft with me Amiga. There's an old Amiga game called Megalomania. I think it was released for the Mega Drive and maybe the SNES as well, which I've got to get hold of the copies for those. But it was basically a god game where you had a certain amount of men, you had to design your weapons, you had to dig your resources up, and then you had to attack and take over the other base. Very brilliant game, and so, as I say, you could do that in 3D now and it would be fantastic. Anyway, this is my first response video. Thank you very much.